Hello everyone, this is Thealphaprogrammer and welcome to your fourth Java programming tutorial. And in this tutorial, we're going to find out how to use and make variables. Dun dun dun, dun dun dun. So, in order to make and use variables, all you have to do is put in the variable type. So in this example, int, which stands for integer, and then put in a space and put in your variable name. So I'm going to name mine x. And then after you did that, you have two options. You can either define it right now on the same line, or you can define it later. Now, if you're going to define it later, then what you want to do is you want to just put in a semicolon. But I'm going to show you how to define it now. In order to define it now, just put in equal sign, and after that put in your value. I'm a random number that popped into my head. And then as you can see, you have no errors. If you got any errors, this would be like an X or like something like that, and that would not be good. So would not be good. Anyways, after you did that and you have no errors, it means you correctly made your variable and defined it. So, well, actually define and make are the same things. In case you're wondering, I meant define and assign it. Define is a more official term, but make and made also works. So it's up to you how you want to use it. You can use it officially, or you can use it just, kind of slang-ish. Not exactly slang, but get what I mean. Now, I'm also going to create another variable, an integer, and name it y. And I'm going to actually not define that on the same line. I'm going to define it on the next line, which for Java means you're assigning it later. So I'm gonna just put y. So you put in your variable name equals, and then you want to put it equals. So let's see, 23. Random number again. So that's how you define them and assign them at the same time, and that's how you define them and assign them at different times. Now this kind of close to each other, but for Java, that's still big enough for you to have to do like y equals blah 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 and put in the new line terminator and stuff like that. So that's basically how you do that, and that's how you do that. Now I know that and that didn't really make sense, so just kind of figure out what I meant. But what I actually meant was that's how you make, that's how you define and assign, that's how you define, and that's how you assign. So basically I actually showed you three different things: how to assign them, how to define them, and how to define and assign them at the same time. So after that, what you want to do is you also want to now print it on the screen. So I'm going to do system.out.println, and then I'm just going to actually press enter, because what I did over there was that it was bringing me suggestions, and when you actually click on a suggestion, Eclipse automatically brings you a parentheses if it needs to. For example, since this is a function, it would bring me up parentheses, but if it was like, for example, system, it wouldn't bring me up parentheses. It would just write down system for me automatically. So that's basically how suggestions in Eclipse kind of work. So after you did that, you have system.out.println. In here, just actually put in the variable to x, and then I have written it on the screen, and then just copy paste that And now just put in Y instead of X on the second printing statement. And that's good. Just hit, and then all you have to do is save it. I just did Control S, that's why you didn't see me go up there and save it. And then you want to hit run, and then you'll get 47 and 23. And that's how you print them and you define them. And that's also how you assign them. Now there's only one more thing. If you want to assign two different variable names, same type, on the same line, you actually can. So I'm going to do this with, I'm going to have int y, and then comma, the other name. So I'm going to do z. And then I'm going to set z to this really random number, just typing it in on my keyboard. And then I put in my line terminator, and I once again put in the new line statement, and I'm using Control V to paste and Control C to copy, in case you didn't know that. They're just shortcut keys, much better than going like paste, paste. So yeah, that's how you use shortcut keys, in case you didn't know. And that's it. So I save that again with Control S. I'm gonna run it, and as you can see, I got my numbers. I got my 5435435. But what? Okay, that weird random number. I got 23 and I got 47. Now, just in case you had burning curiosity about the int. And what I meant by that is, can you only have int? No, is there only int? No, there's actually many others. Like, for example, you have, as well, one that's similar to string, float. Similar to int, float. You also have double. And you have many others. So there's not only int, there's actually quite a bit of variables. And that's all there is for this tutorial on variables. In the next tutorial, we're going to do mathematical operators. So that's all for this tutorial again. And this is the Thealphaprogrammer signing off. Bye bye.